thank you so much for tuning in. I can't believe I'm finally making this video. I can't believe I'm kind of at this place in my life where I am right now, I guess. I'm gonna talk about how I started going to therapy, the steps I took to do it, a lot of topics kind of around that. And the reason why I'm kind of amazed this is happening right now, because a year ago I couldn't have even imagined really bringing this up, because I was still pretty new to discovering a lot about my depression, anxiety, eating disorder, and really digging through that in therapy. Before that, I never thought I'd be able to go to therapy, because I too was very much affected by the stigma and the labels that come with people who go to therapy, and now obviously I think that is so silly and I don't even pay attention to it. It doesn't affect me. But I know that's what makes it very difficult, one, to start seeking treatment, and two, a lot of us are just not ready, or we're very afraid, and that is okay too. I never ever want someone to feel forced into treatment, forced into therapy when they are not ready, because you are only ready to confront your struggles, get help, change, make changes when you're ready to do all those things. So if you're not ready and you're still watching this, that's fine. It's still good to watch this and learn about therapy and have someone kind of break it down for you and show you that there's not that much to be afraid of. And it's okay to still be afraid. Sometimes even when I talk about therapy and treatment on Instagram and Twitter and even here, I get a little bit antsy, but now I'm like, woo, this is a huge part of my life. It has saved me. I want you to be saved too, because you deserve it. We all deserve a better life. So before I get into the deep nitty-gritty of this, I just want to mention that a bunch of people have asked me to start a podcast, and thank you so much. I am so flattered. That is definitely in the works, but you guys do know that I work as an academic researcher for a university, and that is my full-time job. Keeps me crazy busy. So the only time that I have free time, I'm seriously doing this or updating Instagram. Just know you guys are a huge priority of mine. So before I end up being able to start that podcast, there's a link in the description below that helps you convert YouTube videos into MP3s, and MP3s are the format of songs that you have on iTunes and on your phone. So that's what I do for my favorite videos or things like that. I will transfer them using that website. It's a converter. It's super fast. Takes like only a couple minutes. I put it into that website and then I can download it right into my iTunes and I put it on my phone. So you can listen to it on the bus, in the car, while you're walking, and it's really cool to have people with you kind of in your ear when you don't have time to watch the videos, because I know I'm super busy. You guys are obviously, I'm sure everyone is busy. So that is kind of my solution before I end up being able to do the podcast. And maybe that'll be the solution to all of this, but I really would like to start a podcast. Anyway, so therapy, I love it. I wouldn't be where I am without it. I go every week. For a period of 6 months, I was going twice a week because I was just really struggling. And the best thing about therapy is that it is an objective person whose only goal is to make sure that you learn how to cope with your struggles and self-love and self-care as best as possible, staying patient with your journey. The role of a therapist is to help you. So obviously I still talk to my parents and my sister and my friends about my issues, but it's impossible for another human being who knows you very well, who also doesn't have the skills of a therapist, to be able to give you the proper advice and guidance as to how to confront these special issues, especially when it comes to eating disorders, because no one really is a specialist unless they're a specialist. So even when people send me direct messages, emails, comments about what do I do? I'm struggling a lot with restricting and binge eating, and I'm obsessed with my weight, all these things. My answer, and I'm sure you guys are watching this now, you know that I respond saying thank you so much for reaching out. My only advice to you is to seek help from a therapist or a dietitian, because that is what I'm doing right now. I see a therapist and a dietitian. Once again, would not be where I am without it. So the first step to seeking therapy is calling your insurance. Hopefully you guys have health insurance. I also have options for people who don't have health insurance. So don't drop this video and drop the idea of treatment or therapy just because you don't have insurance or money or coverage. Because I've been in spots where it's been financially difficult for me to seek treatment, so I've been there and I have options for you. The first thing that I did in my journey in seeking treatment and therapy was to call my health insurance and ask them what therapists in my area would be covered by insurance, because if you do out of pocket, it can be extremely expensive. Just like with any other random doctor appointment, same thing. They will give you a list of names of people that are covered under your insurance, and what you do is you look them up. I would Google them. Usually I look at Health Grades. It's a website. I'll put all these links down down below, so don't worry about remembering it. And on health grades, they kind of give reviews, or you can usually look these people up and see what they specialize in. If you are struggling with body image, eating disorders, depression, anxiety, whatever that specific thing you're struggling with, seek a therapist who specializes in that too. So my therapist, Melanie, she specializes in eating disorders, depression, body image issues. Perfect, boom. I think it's okay, definitely, to see a therapist if there are no options for people who specialize in it. Still go, because they will definitely still, of course, help you with your struggles. If you have the option to pick someone specific to your issues, please pick that one. I think it will expedite your process, and they'll be able to relate to you, 99%. I won't say 100 because that's weird, but I would say Melanie definitely relates to me 100%. So once you kind of find a therapist that specializes in what you need, what you want, go ahead and call them, ask them to make an appointment, ask them if they're taking new patients, new clients, and you kind of roll from there. And if a therapist that you really wanted isn't taking new patients, just move on to a next one. Even if you find someone who doesn't specialize in your area, still go and see a therapist, because all therapists' goal is to help you. They're there to be an ear and a voice back for you to listen, get feedback, and help, and they give you tips on what to do and how to treat yourself better. It's just, I don't want to say exactly what a therapist does or what they do, because everyone is different. So I'm just trying to give you a generalized idea. So the first time you are able to establish an appointment with your therapist, the first session is usually obviously for them to get to know you. You tell them about yourself, your life, the specific issues that you're wanting to tackle in your therapy, and then you kind of just take it from there. These therapists are trained and educated on how to guide you through your journey of life. It doesn't just have to be your eating disorder recovery journey. It doesn't just have to be how to repair your relationship with your body and your food. You will realize there are so many deeper struggles and issues every single human being has, and that is so comforting to know, because your therapist will show you that it's normal and kind of teach you that it's okay to be going through all of this, because we're all doing this. And that's the best thing that I took away from my therapist, is I stopped feeling alone, not just because she struggles, because therapists don't talk about their own stuff with you. Their focus is just you. And that's the best thing ever, because I think in life we always feel a little unseen, a little unheard, a little misunderstood, and I feel that in therapy I'm 100% seen, heard, loved, accepted, and helped, and nurtured, and coddled in ways that no one can give me. And it's not the therapist who's giving it to me. They're teaching me how to give myself this love, acceptance, showing me how to hear and see myself and accept myself and be patient with everything that I'm going through. I know there's a lot of worry that you become very dependent on your therapist, but they are so amazing. They teach you how to be your own warrior, your own voice, your own strength. So don't worry about being very dependent on somebody else, because that's definitely not what it's done for me. It's taught me to realize I have everything in me. Like, I'm my hub of help. I'm my hub of health, mental health. Let me think, what other things? I think this is just going to be the first episode. I think I'm going to make a series about therapy and treatment, because I've not yet mentioned in this video about how I started seeing a dietitian, and that is a completely different journey. But I think the next episode of this therapy series will be what to do in therapy. Just my tips from my experience in it. I think in the beginning I was still very afraid to open up to my therapist, and I wasn't being honest with myself in my journey quite yet. But that's okay. I'm not mad about it. I don't wish that I was better in the beginning, because you need to realize you're only ready when you're ready. You're only ready to vocalize something when you're ready. You're only able to hear advice and hear your therapist when you are ready. So please just be patient with yourself. You know that you have this amazing goal, and you should be really proud of that. This goal to want to better your life, because you know you deserve it. I'm so proud of myself that I go to therapy and see a dietitian and, make these videos and just the way that I live my life, because that was my goal. My goal was to prioritize myself, love myself enough to want to seek help, not to heal completely, not to never binge again, not to never restrict, not to never struggle. I'm honestly okay with struggle. It doesn't feel good, but I don't label it as feeling bad. I accept it all. You're gonna have your ups and downs, your high points, your low points, and the goal that therapy has taught me this. My goal has been to just be able to love myself through every moment in my whole life and care for myself in the deepest dark times just as much as I care for myself in the high times. So I really hope this makes it less intimidating to seek therapy. I'm not trying to be a huge advocate for it, but I genuinely am. It has saved my life. Truly. I've had points in my life where I was really, really down and out and I just didn't want to deal with anything anymore. I can't imagine feeling that exact same way. I still have those thoughts and those feelings sometimes, but therapy has taught me to be accepting of those thoughts and of those feelings and to know that doesn't have to be my true reality. Things don't feel as drastic, dramatic, or devastating as they used to be before I started seeking therapy. I'm so proud of you for watching this video. I'm so proud of you for wanting better for your life. You deserve everything in the whole world, and you freaking deserve to love yourself and care for yourself and make it through life a whole lot easier. And I truly believe, I mean, I know this, therapy has made my life so much better. And yeah, easier. But like I always say, everyone has a different journey and you are in control of yours. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it at all, if it helped at all. Please drop a comment below for any suggestions or deeper questions you have about therapy. And please, please share this with anyone that you know is also struggling, because I know when I was really struggling, I would have loved to have someone be as raw, honest, and real in a video to help me kind of get to the place that I'm so desiring to be, but I'm too afraid or I'm not ready. It would have just made me feel so comforted. So thank you again. I do this all the time. I do 2 exits, but I'm so appreciative of all of you. So freaking proud of you. You deserve everything. You deserve better. Go out and get it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe because I will be doing more videos about therapy, seeing a dietitian, and just obviously binge eating, self-love, all the things I do. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I'ma change your life, I'ma change it. Yeah. I'ma change your life. I'ma change your life, I'ma change it. I'ma change your life.